Jeez. I hate people.
I hate people. This is why they're the worst. Are you ready for it?
Hi.
Hey. I'm so glad I'm not going this week. Hey.
And I'm so jealous.
I know. What's going on, Rach? Hey. Haven't talked to you today because today sucked.
Oh my God, today was the worst. It was so busy. Not much. I delayed this because I was finishing episode 2 of We Crashed.
Oh yeah, what is that?
It's a series about WeWork.
Oh my God, that was on my list.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good so far.
Yeah. How many apps?
Oh, I'm on 2. I don't know how many there are total.
Oh, okay.
But it's good. Jared Leto and Anne Hathaway. And it's very stressful, actually. But,
fun.
Oh, I know. It's real fun. But I'm only on episode 2, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I was like, should we discuss the Oscars?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. I mean, it's been over talked about, I feel like. I haven't even looked up any comments about it, but from someone's story, I heard that Chris Rock didn't know that Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia. Is that what?
No, I have no idea. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But I was thinking about it today, and I was like, I could not tell you one person who won an Oscar besides Will Smith.
Oh no, I didn't watch his acceptance speech either.
Oh, it's cringy. I watched a little bit of it. I was like, I can't. I didn't watch any of the Oscars anyway because I fell asleep, so I didn't see any of that till the next day. But
yeah,
it made me sad that I couldn't tell you who Best Supporting Actress was. Even having not watched it, usually that's all over the news the next day.
Oh yeah, I know.
And it wasn't. Will Smith ruined that for everyone. I feel bad.
Oh yeah, but I bet it was the same go-tos. They got it. I don't know.
Literally have no idea. I need to Google it.
I know, that's true. They worked hard. I know their thunder was stolen.
I mean, stolen beyond belief.
Yeah. So I didn't watch it. I was watching Summer House.
I am so behind on Summer House.
You are?
Yeah, they love a theme party. And it just stresses me. I'd be like, can we just have people over then?
Well, you can tell that each cast member gets a weekend to
oh
plan.
My God. My weekend would be the easiest.
I know. Yeah, my weekend is going to be drink your damn beer and sit around and talk.
Wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Well, that's what I'm like, God, it's so expensive. Lindsay's birthday, I was like, God, this fairy tale thing is people went really all out. I'm like, I bet this was very expensive.
I'm like, can we just relax?
Although last night's was Andrea's, and it was just an Italian dinner, and people wore their Italian stuff. But he started crying, and I'm like, oh, that's the only time I've liked you.
Oh, wow, sad.
I don't know. At first, I thought he missed his family, which made me really sad. But then I don't know. He said something about Lexi. I was kind of in and out, but he said, I don't know. I think he liked this girl, and she hurt his feelings.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. It was the only time I liked him because I usually do not like him. I'm like, you're cheesy.
I didn't like him in Winter House. I liked him there.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Well, good. I need to catch up.
My phone keeps popping up an alarm saying post shit. Because that's just what I've done for Twinks.
Yeah.
I've been so lazy. I'm sorry, corporate's been draining me. But it is every day I just get a post shit alarm that I set on my iPhone. Usually it's my calendar and I'm all organized. I'd post. Oh,
I know.
But I just can't keep up with this corporate life no more. Gotta be done with it.
I can't either. That's why I've been posting once a week on the feed.
So
how we divide up Twinks. Rebecca has stories. Rachel has feed.
Yeah.
And we suck at both.
Especially lately. I'm drained.
Just lately. Yeah.
I'm drained, man.
Same.
Oh my God. But I was, sorry, I'm just going off topics.
All right.
Speaking of going to corporate jobs on my commute, I'll listen to either YouTube. I know it sounds weird. I never thought I would, but there's this YouTube channel that talks about true crime. and either a plot twist or something. It's just interesting.
Yeah.
But I've heard more stories about these dumbass teenagers who want to be together, this couple, like parents forbid it, blah, blah, blah. And then they kill a parent or something. I'm like, are y'all outside of your fucking minds? And then
clearly,
this one couple who did it, they're 15 and 18 or something. And the whole story, the parents didn't want them to be together and they killed her dad.
should this be an episode?
No, I don't want to give them light. I thought about it.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't want to give them light. They're pathetic because they have their own YouTube channel. And I don't know what the rule is with putting recordings of this. It's only interesting if you can see the YouTube that they posted, because they're like laying down next to each other. And it's these two little shit kids. And they're like, welcome to our YouTube channel. And the girl goes, this is day 3. And he says, after murdering her dad, just don't put that on YouTube. And they're just like laughing about it. And then he puts his arms around her.
What?
He puts his hands around his neck. Like, it was just a little something like, and starts fake strangling her. But then he gets kind of hard. She's like, okay, stop. I'm like, oh, y'all are fucking stupid.
Ew.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Oh, but they're in like jail, obviously.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
But like, okay. So they got away with it for a couple of days and decided to make a YouTube channel. Oh my God.
They were so confident that they would get away with it. They're going to run away to LA together and just live the life. I'm like, the mentality you idiots have. I can't with it.
I know. Who do people think they are?
So no, I thought about it and I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And I was like, no, fuck these kids.
Yeah. Get out of here. Damn kids with their rock and roll music and marijuana cigarettes.
I wonder who their favorite band is. Blame the band. It's always the music. No. It's your shit kid's brain.
I hate them.
It's so annoying. It's been irritating the hell out of me.
Well, glad you got it off your chest.
Thank you. And then the last thing I want to say, because we haven't talked today.
Yeah.
Onyx has been acting really weird.
Onyx is her German Shepherd. Okay. Go on.
I encourage everyone to have a 100-pound German Shepherd.
Oh my God.
Shut your good boy.
I'm scared.
No, nothing. It was just that he's been like, it sounds so weird, but he'll like go downstairs. We're in renovation. He does not go anywhere without me and my husband. But randomly, I'll see him come up from downstairs. I'm like, what the hell were you doing down there? Like, no, we haven't gone down there in weeks because we're about to renovate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to pee and he came in and just got in the shower in front of me and just stood there staring at me, which I was like, this is weird. So much so that I called Barrett. I was like, Barrett, look at this. And he was like, why are you in there? But like just staring at me. It's like, that's weird. And he's just been weird, like very almost senile because he is getting old. But then last night at like midnight, he jumped on me in bed, which he never jumps on. So much so that it freaked Barrett out that he walked around the house with a gun. Being like, is there someone? Did he see someone? And
wait,
audience, it would be maybe that he would see someone because we're just going through some shit with some weird ass contractor that we hired and who's been kind of stalking us, but
harassing and stalking.
Yeah. Once that has been settled with police and court, I'll fill you all in on it. But I'm just saying it now. If something happens to us, it was.
Oh my God, my jaw just dropped.
But then if we all get killed, then lift the beep so everyone can hear that I predicted this. This guy's a psycho.
Yeah, and that it was. Oh my God. It's not funny because he's a lunatic and I hate him so much. Oh wait, there's motion at my front door.
Speaking of, I know. So I just had to say it. But I would think if someone were hiding in our house, Onyx would be like, rah, 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 rah. Like he's not a shy bird.
Yeah, I would hope so. He's a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
So figure that one out.
We have that video of that guy driving by and stopping and even if that video's on mute, you can just see his head, like the classic police dog throwback barking.
Yeah.
Love it. I love it. Everyone get a German Shepherd. Just do it. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Then I said, I'm done. I'm done with my small talk corner.
I know, I don't really have anything.
Okay. Well,
But,
hit me.
okay, so it's my turn.
Rach.
It's not as long and complicated as Frank motherfucking Floyd,
Mm-hmm.
my last one, but it is so insane. It's the weirdest shit I've ever heard. Okay, well, I know this is weird, but I'm not going to tell you like who I'm telling the story about.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay.
No, I'll tell you why later, and I'll tell you. I put this off a couple of days, people, because there was one specific question I had that I really wanted answered. And I was been looking for it, and I think it'll just come up naturally. So I'm not going to tell you what it was. Unless you don't say it, I'll tell you at the end. But I posted on Reddit like an hour ago, and someone just answered me. And she was like, I'm actually writing a book on this case. Like, so she knows. Now we're like, chat. I was like, oh my God, tell me the name, blah, blah, blah. It's waiting to be published, she said. But damn it. Hold on. Oh, I'll tell you the name of the book at the end.
Oh, okay. Because it's like blah, blah, blah is the killer.
It is a dead giveaway.
Oh, okay.
So, sources are Talk Murder With Me. Karen actually covers it on MFM episode 137. And most of all, top source, JoeTurnerBooks.com. He also wrote a book on it, but he has a blog that like goes into good details. So,
if Karen did on episode 137, I guarantee I've heard this story. But we'll see.
You definitely have.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it's 1986. Brian Andrews lives in Pepperell, Massachusetts. It's a suburb of Boston, with his two daughters, 15-year-old Annie and 8-year-old Jessica. He just lost his wife to cancer, their mom.
Oh,
Sad.
I
know. And so having to all of a sudden single parent, Brian took on a lot more work and was gone a lot. But Annie and Jessica were good. There was a big age gap, but losing their mom made them really close. So they were BFF.
Cute.
They had no problem taking care of each other while their angel dad kept their finances afloat.
Mm-hmm. How old are they?
Annie is 15 and Jessica is 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they're outside Boston. So one day Annie gets a phone call from a boy named Danny. He's her age, but he goes to a different school. They have mutual friends, and he got her number from one of the mutual friends. Mm-hmm. So they like start chatting daily. And she's liking him, but it's 1986. So like there's no social media, nothing. So he asked her out on a date, and it's like OG blind date.
Oh, Annie and Danny.
I know, it's cute. So she's amped. And so a couple weeks later, they decide to go to the fair together. He comes to pick her up the fair. It's
so wholesome.
That's what I was going to say. It's so wholesome.
Mm.
She was so amped to finally meet him in person. They've been talking on the phone forever. He comes to her door, and when she answers it, she's disappointed. Isn't that sad? He's like a little big, a little chubby.
That's okay.
Has acne. He's short.
She was just 15.
Like, I know. You should have seen me when I was 15.
Yeah, it's fat as shit.
Yeah, you're describing me. That's true, actually.
Yeah.
So now I'm offended.
Give him a break.
She did. She's bummed, but she's polite. So they go to the fair. Like after an hour of walking through the fair, they're chatting, whatever. And he's like, okay, thanks. Nice to meet you. See you never. I'm not into it. She's
a girl who knows what she wants.
No, she didn't say any of that. She was like nice, but she was like, all right, well, bye.
Yeah.
And like made it, I think, clear that this was going to be their one and only date. So they're like, great, see ya, carry on with life. One day, Annie and Jessica are chatting about their mom. And while Brian's not home, Brian's their dad,
mm-hmm.
they decided to do a seance.
Oh, God.
To try to contact her.
Classic.
I know. So Now and Then.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
It made me want to watch Now and Then.
And then they did Bloody Mary in the mirror.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
They were certain nothing would happen. but they did everything like you're supposed to do. They like went up in the attic, lit candles, held hands, sang songs, yada, yada, yada.
Oh.
Their dad came home and they like immediately stopped because they thought he'd get mad. So later that night, they're going to bed and they start hearing tapping on the walls.
I don't know this story.
You do. We'll see.
I got chills then.
I know. So they're like, oh my God, the seance worked. They get together. They start asking their mom questions and ask her to respond with tapping, which she does. They like ask questions, taps back. They're freaking out, amped to be in touch with their mom, but they did not tell their dad about it. It went on for weeks to the point to where the tapping got so regular that it disturbed their sleep. They're like, all right, enough.
Oh my God.
They'd also noticed that items in their room were like moved around and like various things around the house would move. Like they'd come home from school and furniture would be on opposite ends of the room from where they left it. Mm-hmm. So once that stuff started happening, they were getting really scared that they accidentally contacted a demon and not their mom.
It didn't occur to them that someone's sneaking in their house, perhaps?
Oh, no, because it was like constant.
Yeah, okay.
And like it's in like they look and no one's there. I mean,
ooh, I feel like I know where this is going, but this doesn't even sound familiar.
Really? So they came clean to their dad. Brian was confident they were doing it themselves. He never experienced anything they were talking about, and he actually starts becoming really concerned about them and how they're struggling emotionally over their mom's death. I know, it makes me really sad.
Oh, yeah.
Because like he was probably struggling too.
Yeah, but like, he has to be strong for his kids, his daughters. He needs a mom for those daughters.
I know. It makes me really sad.
Ugh.
Not fair.
Not fair.
So this goes on for months. One night in January 1987, the knocking starts up again while Jessica and Annie are in their front room alone. What?
You said it goes on for months and then it starts up again. Did it stop for a second?
No, it goes on for months, and then when they're in the front room alone, the knocking starts like just
like
it starts up again. Here we go.
Yeah, okay.
At this point, the constant tapping has become so common that they said it was driving them insane.
Oh my God.
But this time, it didn't seem like it was like tapping on the walls around them. It seemed like it was tapping from the basement. So they grabbed a kitchen knife and head to the basement.
By themselves?
Brian's at work.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
When they got down there, they see a message written in blood. It says, "I'm in your room. Come find me."
Shut the fuck up.
I know.
No, I do not. This does not sound familiar.
The girls... Actually, I'll tell you. When I knew I was going to do this and I read Joe Turner's and I was like doing my thing, I re-listened to My Favorite Murder and I did not remember it whatsoever.
137, I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Holy shit.
So it says, "Come find me." The girls hauled ass to their neighbor's house and called their dad. Brian, again believing it's Annie and Jessica who's doing all this for attention, sees the message, touches it, it's ketchup. So he's like, all right, clearly a cry for attention, and immediately makes them start therapy.
Oh.
I know. He just thinks
he doesn't know what else to do. Why could you?
They're struggling mentally. The grief of losing their mother is too much. So he's like, we're seeking help. Good for him.
Yeah. Wait, I just had a flashback, but I think I know it. I know this episode. Yeah.
Oh my God. You're annoying.
Keep going.
Okay. Several weeks later, something similar happened. Again, the girls were home alone. Hear knocking again. This time it's from Annie's bedroom. When they go in, they're greeted with another message written in red. It says, "I'm back. Find me if you can." Again, haul ass to the neighbor's house and they call Brian at work. Same as before, Brian blames Annie and Jessica.
Oh.
And side note, the neighbor is 100% on the girl's side.
Oh, good.
He's like, there's no way. Or she's like, there's no way.
Yeah.
So
he or she saw that terror in their eyes. Like, they're not making it up.
Yeah.
Oh, believe kids.
Yeah, totally.
Believe their kids when they're scared. Just believe them.
I know. So Brian comes home from work. He's pissed. Goes straight into the house to prove there's no one else inside. However, this time when he walked in, it was in much further disarray than they had described. And he was like, there's no way they would take it this far. So he goes upstairs to Annie's room to see the message they're talking about. When he walked in, it did read the message, I'm back, find me if you can. But it also had a new message added that said, marry me.
What?
Marry me.
Oh, okay. I'm back to not knowing what happened.
So he looks to the other side of the room, and standing there is a young boy wearing his dead wife's dress, wearing her makeup, and wearing a blonde wig. In one hand is a hatchet. It's 16-year-old Danny, the boy Annie went on a date with.
Oh my God. I'm back to having chills, goosebumps on my legs. Oh my God.
Your gasp gave me goosebumps. And I know the damn story.
Holy shit, what the fuck's his problem?
So you'll see. So Brian yells to the neighbor. What?
Who hurt you?
You'll see. I'm laughing. It's not funny. It's really sad, but you'll see. Who hurt you?
Just grab him by the collar and say, who are you?
Yeah. Brian yells for the neighbor to call the cops. Danny launches at Brian with the hatchet and a struggle ensues. Brian finally makes it outside where the cops have already arrived. The cops run in and the house is empty. And they're like, how the fuck did he get away? Are you kidding me? So they start searching around to see how he even got in the first place. One officer found a hidden crawl space behind a cupboard, which was built into the wall of Annie's bedroom. He opened it and saw Danny LaPlante curled up inside. They haul him off to jail and keep their search going. And they discover that Danny had been living inside the walls of their home. The passageway where they found him curled up had been tunneled all throughout the house. And there were a ton of peepholes throughout the house so he could watch Annie no matter what room she was in.
Ew. Wait, where are his parents? Oh no.
That was the question I was looking for. Well, I'll get to his parents, but that is exactly what I was like, wait, what?
That's what you put on Reddit?
Yeah. He's 16 years old. I knew about his childhood, but I was like, still, okay, I'll get there. That's funny. I knew that would naturally come up, obviously.
Duh.
Danny had been pretending to be the ghost of their mom to torment them. It's believed he was planning on revealing himself dressed as their dead mother, clearly just to terrify them. But the fact that he was had a hatchet suggests that he was planning to do much worse.
Oh, yeah.
So he spent the following year in jail. He got released in October 1987. After he got out, he immediately returned to his life of being a piece of shit, and he stole 2 guns from a neighbor in November 1987. And on December 1st, 1987, he broke into the Gustafson family home. A 33-year-old pregnant Priscilla Gustafson and her 2 children, Abigail and William, were home alone. Her husband, Andrew, was at work. And when Andrew came home, he discovered Priscilla lying face down on the bed. She had been raped and shot multiple times at point blank range.
Holy shit.
I know. Andrew called the police, and the police discovered the 2 kids in 2 different bathtubs.
No.
I know.
Oh, he's just demented. He gets his rocks off by terror.
I know. It's real. It makes me sad.
Oh.
They could never figure out the motive for the murders, but the fact that he escalated so quickly from like burglary to murder suggested that he just couldn't subdue them by hand and just freaked out. But who cares, because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
So given his history, police like immediately figured out he was responsible for the murders. A massive manhunt ensues. And a few towns over, he breaks into another woman's house, attempts to kidnap her, but she escapes. Yay.
Wait, sorry.
Hey.
He murdered everyone on that December night and then
Flees.
Oh, he flees. He's on the run at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's on the run. He goes a couple towns over, tries to kidnap someone. She escapes.
Good. Get it, girl.
Oh, go, girl.
Made his balls bleed.
I know. It's a massive manhunt, so his pictures everywhere. So she's like, oh, it was him.
Oh, my God.
So they zero in on this town and ultimately find him 2 days after the murders, hiding the only place he belongs, in a dumpster.
Oh, yeah, he does belong there.
I know. So, before I get to his punishment, so as it often goes, he had a very troubled childhood. He was psychologically and sexually abused by several adults in his life, mostly his father.
Oh,
So
that's
sad.
Yeah.
I know. He struggled a lot in school, both academically and socially. I actually read like people referred to him as like creepy and weird at school. I mean,
Well, sounds like he was.
I know, but can you imagine being tortured like that too? I don't know.
Tortured is being called creepy and weird. Come on.
No, by his dad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
God,
sorry,
what a
I thought.
bitch.
Oh no. Sorry, I thought you meant kids teasing him by saying he's creepy and weird is torture.
No, he
I'm
was
like,
just
come on.
tortured.
Oh yeah, at home and then coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yes, that's sad. But a lot of people go through that and they don't.
Okay. So he was diagnosed with dyslexia, hyperactivity disorder, several personality disorders. So he starts going to a psychiatrist who, wait for it, starts sexually abusing him.
Shut up.
During his sessions.
Oh,
isn't that sad?
That is so fucked up.
I know. It's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
And I'm pretty sure it started like a year after he went to him, like started going to him. So like probably formed some sort of trust. Like
some sort. Yeah. You're trust your therapist after like session 1 if you like them.
Isn't that sad?
Oh my God. That is terrible.
Yeah. So he enters a life of crime, starts robbing people. During his robberies, he would like not only take stuff, obviously, but he would leave stuff behind and like move their shit around just to mess with their head.
Yeah.
It like became a calling card.
Yeah.
So from there, it just escalated, hence Annie and the Andrews family. So apparently when Annie told him his, like on their date at the fair that her mom passed away, he like was way too excited about it.
Ew.
Like was asking her like how did she suffer? What did Annie feel like the moment she found out? Like how'd she find out? Like just like obsessed with it. And Annie was like, okay, this is inappropriate. It's making me real sad. We out. That's how she ended the date.
Oh my God. That part that sounds familiar. I remember that.
Yeah. So effed up. So back to the murders. He's found in the dumpster where they probably should just close it and set it on fire. But he was arrested, sentenced to 3 life sentences for murder. Oof. He has since shown zero remorse. Yeah. And as Joe Turner, the author of the book, puts it, while clearly suffering from a multitude of personality disorders, LaPlante continues to show that he is a broken man beyond repair. Mm. Between 1988 and 2014, he attempted to sue the court several times for violating his religious rights as a practicing Satanist and for denying him the materials he needed to do satanic rituals. Mm. He tried to sue the courts several times. They're like, we've told you to go fuck yourself several times now.
It's not changing.
Our answer is the same.
Here, let's save you some time. No.
Yeah.
Satanic rituals, what? So human sacrifice?
I know.
We're not going to provide you a person. No. Yeah. You can't do that.
You already did that, and that's why you're here. So hard pass.
Fuck off.
Get the hell out.
Have a good day.
Don't trip on your shackles on the way out. So he's since been denied parole several times, most recently in 2019.
Oh, wow.
Poor guy can't catch a break. Next time he's up will be 2032, which I'm like, that's not far away. And I'm also like, he's not old.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, what's his last name? I'm going to Google him.
Danny LaPlante. LePlante. He was born in 1970. He's like 52. He'll be going out for parole again in 10 years.
Holy shit.
But so when I was like, yeah, during that whole thing, him living in the walls, I was like, wait, sorry. I know your parents were pieces of shit. And he was like, latchkey kid beyond belief. Like they really didn't care what he was doing.
Clearly his dad was a piece of shit.
There's no way he could get away with doing this for months, like living in walls and like torturing for close to a year. Like how did even like the work, like were they like, where are you? What are you doing? So that's what I asked.
Yeah.
And
he probably like how to eat, like he wasn't constantly in there. He snuck out.
Well, that's what I thought. But like if the neighbor was so in the know, what, like when in the middle of the night, then again, are the parents not like, where the hell have you been?
Oh yeah.
Like, is he sneaking out when they're at school? Because then aren't they're like in a neighborhood, and the neighbor knew very much what was going on. Wouldn't she be like, oh, I've been seeing a kid sneak out there every day? So who knows? But I think Joe Turner's blog was one that was like a lot. All of his crimes were when he was a minor, so a lot of it is you can't see stuff like that. But this girl on Reddit who's writing a book called "The Boy in the Walls."
Yeah,
I was like, I definitely can't say the name yet.
Yeah, that would have given it away.
She said he was in and out of the house regularly. He often didn't stay overnight. His mom wasn't particularly bothered what he was up to, nor was his stepfather. So he lived with his mom and stepfather who didn't give a shit.
Right.
And there's a lot of details behind it, she said, but it was pretty much do what you want.
But they gave a shit enough to send him to a psychologist? Or was that court ordered? Court ordered.
Oh, probably court ordered.
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Get it together, system. Get a right-minded psychologist. What perverts are you fucking... Well, I don't know who's hiring him. I don't know what happened with that, but...
Isn't that
my
sad?
God, that is awful. That is like your most trusted confidant of a hard childhood as a psychologist. And I'm not giving this guy any excuses because a lot of people go through shit and don't murder people. But God, that's a tough ass break as a kid.
That is really sad.
That's really sad. Makes me want to go wake up my baby and coddle him.
I know, well, you can.
Okay.
Well, it reminded me, I saw on my Reddit thread, on the true crime discussion on Reddit, like a thread of like serial killers you feel bad for. And it reminded me of you saying you felt bad for Jeffrey Dahmer.
I knew that was going to come up at some.
Well, it was a popular answer in that thread.
Oh, it was? Because it's just you just got to listen to one interview. I don't know why. He's so ashamed of himself.
Oh, I bet. That's why he only did it once and stopped.
You're right. You're right. No, I mean, he's dead. He's where he should be. But there's just something about he's just humiliated. He didn't even want to wear his glasses in court because he didn't want to be able to focus on any of the victims' families, which I'm like, you just like really came to terms with what a piece of shit you are. And he is a piece of shit. But I don't know. There's something like, oh God, I feel bad for you.
Okay.
I bet he wasn't thinking that he was going to get famous from this. I don't know why. He's demented, but I'm not sticking up for Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm just about to say, I've had it with
I'm not sticking up for him.
They're babies.
No, his youngest victim was like 13.
Anyone under the age of 35. It's me. Getting there. 17, 14, 20, 23, 24, 25. 19.
14. What's
14. That's a baby.
The youngest of his victims, whom he did not kill, was 13.
Oh. We have the same birthday.
I know.
I knew that. I did know that.
Yeah. May 21st. Son. Gemini.
Oh.
Makes sense for him, Gemini.
Oh, yeah, but our personalities were split into two different people. It's like, we have the same personality.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was a good one.
So that was Daniel LaPlante. That's why I didn't want to say who I was doing the story on, because I didn't want to be like, I'm going to tell you about Daniel LaPlante, because then you'd know that whole wall story that it was him.
But yeah, people are the worst. Don't forget.
People are the worst, except for y'all. Y'all are the best.
Yeah, y'all are the best. Please keep this going. I want to quit my corporate job.
For real. Same.
JK. No, not JK. Real.
Real talk.
Real talk.
All right. Well.
Love you.
Love you. Mean it.
All right. Just remember, people are the worst. Tune in next week for a real good one.
Ooh. Okay. Amped. All right.
Twists and turns. Y'all are the best. People are the worst. See y'all next week.
See y'all.
On On this episode of Plant Killers, we'll explore one nation's most notorious fruit and vegetable killer, bad dirt. What makes bad dirt so bad? The answer? The ingredients. But fear not, true crime enthusiasts. This story has a happy ending. New Miracle-Gro Organic Raised Bed and Garden Soil. It's made with quality organic ingredients from upcycled green waste like compost and aged bark. Unlike the other guys who can't say the same. Looks like bad dirt's murdering days are over, thanks to Miracle-Gro. Join us next time on Plant Killers.